Well, would you look at that? CES hasn't even started yet, and we have products rolling off the line pre-launch before CES actually starts. Today on Sunday, there was a lot of products that were released that people should be having their eyes on, especially in the mobile and computing world. And there's a lot of things to go over here. We've picked out the top about 13 things that we found quite interesting and that you might find interesting as well. First up, Lenovo. They released their LePhone S2 Android smartphone. This is one in probably a very long time of Lenovo releasing a smartphone. So we'll have to see just how well Lenovo plays around with Android. As I've heard right now, it's running Android 2.3, so it's not running the latest build, but we'll have to take a look closer at the phone to really see what happens. Then an iOS app is getting some big news. It's a 3D sculpting app that never sculpts actually 3D. It's a builder of sorts that gives you all the schematics and utilities to create a 3D model. And that's a new app. It's called Sculpteo. You can find that probably in the App Store by now, and there'll be a link down below for the link off to that if you want to buy it. Next up, we have iCade. The iPhone and the iPad has been a great gaming device, and so people have built devices around it to help enhance that. One of that is the iCade. It's like playing a classic arcade game, but on your iPhone or iPad. They've released two different versions, one for the iPhone and one for the iPad. One sits on your desktop and one is a handheld device. Those, priced respectively, are due out very, very soon. Next up, we have the SolarKindle. It is a sun-powered battery for the Kindle itself. So when you're out in the sun, maybe laying on the beach and reading your Kindle, this small solar panel will collect energy and charge your iPad using the sun so that you do not have to use power draw. Next up, LG is releasing a smartphone, but with a twist. VMware will be enabled on the phones to virtualize your phone experience. This will be available exclusively on Verizon. That will be releasing within the next couple of months as well. After that, the Griffin 20 is a AirPlay-enabled speaker system, such like that of Sonos. But it's a bit cheaper, and it works using AirPlay and AirPort. So you'll have to have an AirPort for it to enable wireless music streaming. You can use it from entertainment centers to just music around the house, and we'll get a better look at that as well later on the show floor. Next up, Lenovo has released two mobile items apart from the phone. They have released an Ultrabook, and they've also released a tablet. Both are due out very soon and are looking very promising when we see all of their specs. Next up, iHome has had a launch as well. The IDM5. It's a Bluetooth plus a keyboard plus a speaker plus a microphone all in one for your mobile device. We'll have to see just how well iHome has made that work, because iHome, this is something new for them. They've only done speaker systems where you plug in your iPod, but we'll have to see what their all-in-one looks like. From what I've heard, it looks like a giant typewriter, but again, we'll have to see what happens there. After that, we have the Topi Gaming Eye for Windows 8. It's a eye-based movement tracking system, so it uses your eyes to see where it's looking on the screen, and then it can control different aspects of Windows 8 by your eye movements. That's something that has been actively developed on with Connect, and it is now actually coming out for Windows 8. So we'll see that when Windows 8 launches. Full details, again, will be available on our website, and we'll probably have that soon when we're down on the show floor. Next up, 3M as a nice launch product for us. A 46-inch tablet capable of 20-point input. That means that you can have 2 sets of hands, such like the Microsoft Surface, where it can have this big tablet, which is basically a table, and be able to interact with it in many different ways. They have not given that many specifics, but we are looking into that as well, and we'll hopefully get a hands-on review of that giant tablet. Next, I know I'm going to murder the name of this product. It's called the OQ, QOOQ, or QOQ, or something along those lines. And basically, it's a culinary tablet for those people working in the kitchen. If you want to keep your cookbook close, but you want to have it digitalized, this tablet is a kitchen-safe tablet, so if it gets a little bit of water on it or a little bit of flour, the world won't end. And that is due out very soon. And it looks a very nice tablet as well, nice for cooking around the kitchen and keeping all of your recipes nice and neat. Next up, we have a technology which I'm looking forward to and which we've seen emerging out there with RF tags. Beacon, BIKN, has a RF tagging location device, and what it is in your house, you can assign RF tags to specific devices, such as, say, a remote control or a phone, and you're able to then track where that phone is within your house using a mobile device. So if you lose it quite often, that'd be great to get up and find it again. Last up here for CES, for our pre-show floor, but tons of great announcements. We have the Fulton's E-coupled wireless power, which is basically wireless powering of a device without it being plugged in. We've seen some of this before with charging pads from Energizer, and this works just the same. Energizer and Duracell, they both have their own proprietary technology where it's near field charging, and they've expanded on this a little bit more, so you could have like a phone in a purse, set it down on a specific surface, and it can begin to charge that phone. So that will be another thing that we'll be definitely looking out for and see what we can get our hands on about charging wirelessly, because that's all the thing. You want to cut the cords, and that battery charging is the one cord that most of us just cannot cut because we need power to run devices. So that's it for CES announcements today. We'll be back tomorrow with even more announcements as well, and we'll see you guys on the show floor January 10th through the 13th with pictures, video, and so much more. If you'd like to look around at other stories that we have, feel free to visit us on logiclounge.com, where we have blog posts about not only CES but the current technology news. Be sure to subscribe to us right here to get the latest CES news and reviews, videos, and so much more. You can click the subscribe button. It will be right about there. And be sure to watch our CES 2012 playlist with all of our videos from CES 2012, which should be a link right about there. So, until tomorrow, we'll see you guys later.